welcome. We are live. How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday, happy Prime Day once again. Hope you guys are having a great week so far. Thank you so much for joining me live. And oh, sorry, I've got so much stuff on my desk right now. Prime Day, there's a whole stack of things over here. Hope you guys are doing well. Gotta love live streams. I think we're good to go. No sound again. Are you messing with me? Let's see. No sound. Looks good. Sounds good. All right, Eric, are you messing with me? Because I think we're good to go. Except for you knocking stuff over. Yep. You know, that's how we do. You never know what you're gonna get on a live stream. We've been interrupted by my dog, by my family, technical issues. You never know, but that's the fun in live streams. Thank you, Christopher. Stian, what's up, Stian? Joshua, appreciate y'all. George, what's up, George? Langabeer in the house. George from joining from Connecticut, right, today? I've seen your post last couple of days up in New York City, if I'm not mistaken. That looks awesome. Hope you guys are having a good time. Thank you for joining us on your vacation. I'm glad you could make it. Edgar's Home Tech, what's up, Edgar? Stefan from Denmark. How's everybody doing? So good to be here. Appreciate you guys hanging out live. It is another Prime Day, so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And if this is your first stream, perhaps we will talk all about smart home stuff as we normally do on this channel. Feel free to ask questions and stuff like that. I'm going to do my best to get to as many questions today as possible. I think we'll be able to do a lot of Q&A today because there hasn't really been a whole lot of like news related stuff. So that should be fun. Good opportunity to ask questions and things like that. I do want to say real quick, just thoughts and prayers are going out to everybody. There's just the devastation in North Carolina right now and all over the Southeast, but especially North Carolina. They were just hit so hard with that hurricane. And as we have another hurricane rolling in like right about now down to Florida, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody down there as well. Hope you guys are all staying safe. And anybody who has been affected by these awful storms, praying for your safety. And so another thing too, I wanted to mention, for those of you who may be watching this stream later, like watching the replay of this stream, I am trying to add chapters in these live streams afterwards. So again, if you're watching this, in the future sometime, hopefully there will be some chapters down below where you can skip around to different, topics that we end up discussing. Those will be available. Give me like an hour or two, maybe at least after the stream goes live so I can get those done. But hopefully that'll just make a better experience for you guys watching the live stream and stuff like that. And I never know what we're going to talk about. Well, sometimes I do, but in general, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So we will add those chapters afterwards if all goes well. Let's say hi to some folks real quick, and then we'll get rolling here. Brian, what's up, Brian? Brian in the house, and Frederick, glad you guys could make it, and Trent, our moderators. Appreciate you guys for being here, helping out with the stream. Hair Riot, Al, Jeff from Michigan. What's up, Jeff? Sorry I'm late. NAS drives not showing up on the server for some reason. Oh man, technical difficulties. Robert, what's up, Robert? Travis, Pamakit from France, glad you can make it. Let's test my pop-up here. Robert from Australia, channel member. Thank you, Robert, for hanging out here. Let's see. Unmute my speakers. Is all good now, Frederick? Sorry, I just saw that comment. Ben, what's up, Ben? Darius, Bruce, Sean from Ireland. Awesome, man. We got people from all over the world up in here. That's awesome. So good to see everybody. So I'm curious. I saw a couple comments already. Have you guys purchased anything for Amazon Prime Day? There has been just about everything's on sale. A lot of stuff that we cover here on the channel. A lot of my favorite products that I use in my home every day are on sale right now. So it's definitely a good time if you've been kind of holding off or waiting on a good deal for, some of these smart home products. I will say, in case you've missed it, I did a video a couple days ago, but there's also a link. It should be pinned here in the chat and also down in the video description that will take you to my roundup page. So that's the video right there embedded, but this is all of the Apple Home related deals going on right now and the discounts you can see right here. So again, links are in the description and here in the chat. A lot of stuff from Aqara. I had to break down Aqara stuff by type because they have so many. But it's all alphabetical order by brand on here. And this just shows all the deals that I could find on relevant smart home products that specifically work with Apple HomeKit or Matter, and therefore will work with HomeKit. So I try to get all the stuff, you know, that supports HomeKit in one place just to make it easier, because it's kind of confusing to figure out, you know, what's on, not only just what's on sale, but you know, what products will work with your smart home. So if you're an Apple Home user, hopefully this will help a little bit. There are some things, like I did put routers and some vacuums and stuff on here. And if you see a little asterisk, that will tell you that that does not work with Apple HomeKit. So there are some exceptions that I did want to include, like right here. Obviously routers don't really work with HomeKit, but are definitely important for your smart home. So I wanted to include stuff like that. But yeah, shopping through those links is always much appreciated. Those are affiliate links, and you know, it's a good way to help support this channel. So I do appreciate that. And like I said, hopefully that list is just helpful for you as you're building out your smart home. And yeah, questions today. If you have a question, I see we got a couple rolling in. Go ahead and preface your comment with the word question, like I see a few people doing here. You guys must be returners to the stream. All right. Sam in the house. What's going on, Sam? Thank you so much. Sam just gifted 10 memberships. Awesome, Sam. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate that. Let's see. We got Cornelius, Jeremy, Jason, Austin, Adriano. Yeah, another way to support the channel. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, channel memberships. Yeah, you're right about that. Thank you, Sam. Marcus, Mattia, all you guys were gifted a membership thanks to Sam. Very kind of you, Sam, for doing that. Jerome, Dave, Alex, all you guys were gifted memberships. And I will say, as a channel member, you get access to our members only Discord server, which is a great place if you're building a smart home. You have questions or just interact with other people building smart homes. You know, we're building automations and just doing all kinds of stuff. It's a really great place to come hang out and, you know, get feedback and stuff like that on your smart home journey. We do a monthly video chat in Discord. Also, you get early access to new videos and stuff like that. So some other perks. Much appreciated to all the channel members who are here. I see we have quite a few in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, and all you who were just gifted a membership, you will get access to that member Discord server for a month if you would like, as a new channel member, and then you can renew it, or you can, you know, do nothing if you don't want to after that that free, you know, month is expired. All right. Frederick says, all the new members, please link your YouTube account with your Discord account to access the members only Discord server. That is correct. I need to do a little short video. I realized, Frederick, maybe you guys can remind me. I just responded to an email. Somebody was trying to figure out how to do this. But yeah, once you create a Discord account, all you have to do is link your YouTube account to Discord and you'll get access to that member server. So yeah, I might do a little video for members to kind of explain that a little bit better. But thank you, Frederick. Oh, thank you so much, DL. DL says, would love to be a channel member. Shane is really a great YouTuber. Thank you so much for that. I have spent quite a bit of cash based on his recommendations. He's amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I appreciate the support, whether you're a channel member or not. I appreciate all you guys for, you know, watching, sharing, liking videos, all that good stuff, and being here during these live streams. I love doing these. This is a lot of fun. Sam, speaking of Sam, some of the things I have that I'm knocking over here is some of the stuff on sale. Let's talk about some of the stuff on sale. First up, since Sam is here in the chat, and will be glad to see this. The RE Smart button and the temperature sensor. These are both 20% off, if I'm not mistaken. Got these listed on the website. I have been using one of these to control a Matter smart light primarily here lately in my bedroom. Really like it. Nice looking button. Let's see if I can open this up. So these come with a sticker pack, and I don't have the button in here because I've been using it. The button does also come with a magnetic plate, which is nice, so you can mount this and then the button will magnetically attach to this. I'm not using that either. I have the button just kind of sitting on a dresser, but it has all these stickers, and you probably can't really see these, but these are glow-in-the-dark stickers that it includes. So you get all that with this smart button. This is a Matter smart button, so it will work with Apple Home and smart things. I think some of the others are kind of behind, like Google Home and Amazon are kind of behind, I think, in terms of supporting buttons. But for HomeKit users, you can use this. Supports Matter. Let's see. Any discounts on the AirVersa filters? That's a good question, Brian. I am not sure about the filters. I have not checked on that. That's a good question. I know the AirVersa air purifiers are marked down right now, but I don't know. Let me see if I can even find those on Amazon. Uh-oh, I gotta do a CAPTCHA. Oh, come on. Trying to pull up Amazon here. Let's see, we're looking for AirVersa filters. Doesn't look like they are on sale, so I think this is the right one right here. AirVersa replacement filter set, yeah, for the Purell. I guess that's the normal price, 30 bucks. So it doesn't look like those are on sale. Just clean the filter with a vacuum, I know, right? I actually need to replace some filters on some of my other air purifiers, actually. Lawrence just became a member. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for becoming a member. As we discussed earlier, you now have access to those member perks. Hope to see you over there in Discord. Hoping they last forever. Yeah, I haven't. I think I did actually change mine. Yeah, I changed mine once actually on that one. Let's see here. I think let me try to find some other questions we have. Saw quite a bit flew by me earlier. Maybe not. A lot of gifted, all right, memberships. Okay, maybe we're good. Yes, thank you, Frederick. Please be patient if you have a question. Yeah, go ahead and drop your questions. I see there's a few. Speaking of dogs, I hear my dog beating at the door right now. It seems like every week it's becoming a thing. The dog's trying to get in. And my doorbell's going off. All right. Christopher says, thinking about getting the AirVersa, but I use Homey Pro for my automations. I like HomeKit as my front. Any suggestions? I don't know if you'll be able to get the AirVersa into Homey. I don't think I tried that. That might not be possible. So yeah, that may not work because that is just a HomeKit over Thread device. So I don't know. I don't know that there is an integration for that yet for Homey. Let's see. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you, Sam. So yeah, let me tell you real quick too. I'm gonna get to your questions. So keep dropping questions in there. I'm gonna save them and come back to them. But real quick, as we kind of discuss some of the things on this list here, I wanted to show some of the ones that I have around my house that you might be interested in, you know, and drop a comment if you've purchased anything or you're looking for anything for Amazon Prime Day. What are you getting? What do you have your eye on? This is one. This is a new smart lock that is, oh, I got to look at my list. What is it? It is 20% off right now. So that's kind of nice. That basically extends that launch. There's a launch code. This just came out like, was it maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago tops. And they had a discount code on launch. But now if you miss that, you can take advantage of that and get 20% off now. You don't need a discount code or anything. So you can still get this on discount. Really like this. The silver version isn't available yet. That's the one I have in my video. That will come out, I think, in November, I'm being told. But you can get the black version right now. And again, it's discounted. I'm going to see if I can get a discount code when they do release the silver version. I've been asked about that a few times, so I'll see if that's possible. Another one I wanted to show you because of this is this one right here. This is the Thorbolt. Now this is not matter like this one, but these are both latch style locks. So these will work for your interior doors, and there isn't really a lot of options for that, especially with Apple HomeKit. So, you know, if that's something you're interested in, maybe you could check out this one. Again, no matter, this does support Thread, which is nice. So HomeKit over Thread, and it's a different style. So I'm actually using one of these on a different door where I didn't want the, what do you call it, the lever, and I wanted more of a doorknob. This has a fingerprint and everything too. Basically has all the stuff except for HomeKey. This one doesn't have HomeKey, but supports Thread, works in a HomeKit. Has a keypad, fingerprint, all that good stuff. And this is on sale also. I think this one's 20% off. It's on that list. But a couple of locks there for interior doors, which is kind of nice because you know, there's not a lot of options. And Lurk Jerk asks, why would you want to lock indoors? That is spoken probably from someone without children, would be my guess. Yeah, if you have kids, or maybe you just have, you know, a room or something. Like I have one on my studio here, which is nice. You know, especially when your kids get older, there's teenagers, you know, you might have a lot of people in and out of the house or stuff like that. My daughter told us recently that our house is the hangout house. So, you know, sometimes it's nice to just lock certain rooms, things like that. And also, a lot of people will use, well, you asked about interior doors, but some people will use this one can actually be used on exterior doors as well. Not sure about the Thorbolt. I haven't checked that. But yeah, garages is another great example. Bedrooms, even closets. Well, I'm considering putting one on my closet just to lock, you know, some extra security for things that are in there. Wine door. There you go. That's a good one. So, Lurk Jerk. Oh, you have 3. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I know my wife has said before, you know, my wife and I have a daughter that lives here, and at a certain age, the daughter will start wearing like snatching the wife's clothes and stuff, you know. She'll borrow her shoes or whatever. So she's like, let me get a lock on that door so she can't get in there and borrow all my clothes without asking at least first. Yeah, Christopher, she actually just said that. I was just talking to her about these interior locks earlier today, actually, and she said the same thing, putting one on a closet or something to hide Christmas gifts. So yeah, great idea right there. Nathan, I have one of the earlier models on my external garage door, and it works great even in the rain, I guess. Which model are you talking about? One of these locks right here? Is this, what was the other one called? The Hollow Mark? I was using that for a long time, but I switched recently for the Aqara one. Today would be a good time to go through your discounted item list and share your most recommended products. Yeah, okay. I was kind of thinking, yeah, that's a good idea. We could start with the list maybe. All right, we can do that. And I see some questions. Let me answer a couple of these questions, and then we'll do some of that. So, okay, Thorbolt. Yeah. Oh, the Thorbolt. Okay, no, I have not used one of the earlier models. Thank you, Nathan. Oh, he says, yes, the Hollow Mark. Yeah, the Hollow Mark. That's right, because it is the same brand, I guess, or the same parent company that made the Hollow Mark. And that is, yeah, I used that one. Worked great, too, here in my studio. I changed that one out to put the Aqara U300 in here. All right, I got some questions here. Let me answer a couple questions that were here earlier in the chat. Question, after adding chapters, also transfer to a podcast in the future? Interesting question, Frank. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. So I actually have my live stream listed as a podcast on YouTube. So whatever that means, I guess that shows up in like YouTube podcast players. I'm not really sure, but it is listed as a podcast there. I don't share it to any other podcast platforms. It's so visual. I feel like what we do here during the live streams, both with comments and just, showing my screen and stuff, I'm not sure it'd be best for a podcast. I have actually considered, I've thought about this for quite a while, starting a podcast. It would be probably something a little different than like your normal tech podcast. It would probably be a lot more just me, maybe get my wife involved. I don't know. Those are just thoughts I'm kind of thinking out loud here. I haven't really shared that before, but I always thought that would be kind of fun doing like just a more like real behind the scenes kind of podcast with my wife, if she would be up for it. And we'll talk about tech and stuff too, but also just, family, just whatever's going on in life. I feel like that might be kind of fun. But I don't know, curious to hear what you guys think about that. But yeah, I don't at this point have any intention on sharing this to podcast platforms. I don't know how well it would translate, but you guys let me know. Sam says yes with the super sticker. Thank you so much, Sam. Where's my super chat button? I haven't used that in a while. There we go. Super chat. It still works. Thank you so much, Sam. Sam coming in strong. Appreciate the super chat, Sam. Says yes, podcast. Thump Jimmy says yes for the podcast. Frank, all right. Any guest appearances from your daughter? Maybe. Mike could do something like that. Wife approval series. Yeah, that's actually, that's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk her into it. I feel like it would be kind of fun. Like I said, I want to do something a little different. Just more hanging out. Just, we'll see. We'll see what it turns into. Brian, yeah. Edgar says, I like the idea. Brian says, if you do a podcast, would love it to be a video version. I just cannot get into audio podcasts as much as I try. Interesting. So I actually really do enjoy audio podcasts personally. And it's funny, everybody listens and watches differently. I bet you there are people who listen to this live stream just on audio and don't even watch it. But yeah, we're all different. And I think if I were to do it, I think video would be the way. I would, have a video version, but also obviously the audio as well. So appreciate the feedback there. Can I still buy the Aqara U300? I don't think the Aqara U300 is available in Europe right now. I asked about that, and we did not. I did not get a confirmed date or anything about that, so I don't know when or if that's going to be coming to Europe. Unfortunately. Okay, let's see if we got any more questions real quick. Best Matter robot vacuum in anticipation of Apple HomeKit support. So I don't really... Now this is just me, but I probably wouldn't buy a robot vacuum in anticipation for Matter. That's just me, but I understand the question. But I would just rather get the best robot vacuum that's available right now and not really base a purchase on any promises or future promises for future support or anything like that. Again, that's just me, kind of been burned in that way before. With that said, some of the robot vacuums, if we refer to my list here, there are quite a few on here. Again, I did include robot vacuums because they're very important, I think, in the smart home. So here is one. I've actually been trying out this one. Actually, it's not on here. Their flagship one. So Dreamy, I guess. We'll go to their website, but this is on Amazon. So they have some of theirs marked down quite a bit. I just started trying the X40 Ultra. X40 Ultra. That is discounted a little bit right there on their website. So it probably is on Amazon too. It's a really awesome one. It's hard to say these days because all the flagship ones are so good. So if you're spending over $1,000 or around $1,000 or more on a robot vacuum, it's hard to go wrong. There's also good. Roborock has claimed that they will support Matter with their newer robot vacuums. We have yet to see that. Currently, I think the only one that does right now is SwitchBot. So with that said, and these support Matter right now. Sorry, let me get down to the S's. All the way down here. So the SwitchBot S, but all their robot vacuums do. So even the small one supports Matter, but the S, so whichever one you might be interested in. But the S10 is kind of their flagship, and it is 38% off right now. So that's a big discount. So this might be a good one if Matter is really important to you, because it does support Matter right now. So I did a whole video on this robot vacuum if you want to check that out. But again, this one's 38% off now. It supports Matter at the moment. You do need their Matter bridge for it to support Matter, but you can get one of those, which shouldn't cost too much. And the really cool thing about that robot vacuum is if you get their evaporative humidifier, which is also on sale right now, if you get one of these things, this works kind of in tandem with the robot vacuum. So the vacuum, I'm trying to see if it'll show us a little picture here. The vacuum will actually fill up its water tank and then take the water to the humidifier and then fill up the humidifier. So you never have to fill up the humidifier manually. It's pretty incredible. So maybe that's the one to look at for Matter. I'm a big fan of the Narwhal vacuums too. They have a lot of those on sale. A lot of those are on the list right now. So let's see, Narwhal. Yeah, they've got some pretty good discounts on theirs right now as well. So again, but no Matter support on those yet either. So I see some more questions. Before we get to, we'll do some more questions. I will save your questions, so keep those coming in, and I'll flag them, and we'll get back to them. We got about 30 more minutes here, so I'll get to those questions. So let's go through the list a little bit, like I think it was Brian mentioned earlier, and I'll share some of my favorites. Now I have a lot of these products we'll talk about today. So obviously, okay, so the Abode security system. This is the security kit that I use. I am a big fan of it. I actually use the Abode version, but right now, sorry, not the Abode, the Iota version. But right now, if you get this one, this is actually the one that I would recommend to most people instead of the Iota one. This one, it's a little bit more affordable. It supports HomeKit, and right now they're doing a deal where you can get it at that price if you get the yearly plan. So if you've been looking for a HomeKit security system, that's the one probably right there that I go with. Aqara obviously is one of my favorites. We already talked about the U300. Now let's see, Aqara also is discounting the G4 doorbell, which is 25% off. You can see that right here. That's this guy. This is a great doorbell. The only reason I don't use this one at my house is because it has a horizontal feed for your doorbell camera. And at my house on my front porch, I need a vertical feed. But if you have a spot where a horizontal feed would work well, this is a great option. I actually installed one of these at my parents' house and at my son's apartment. So I've been installing these for family. I think it's a great one. Again, if your setup kind of, works well with that horizontal feed. So that's on sale. And then also the U200, really great smart lock. This one also supports Matter over Thread, just like the U300. And you can see this one right here is, let's see, we go to locks. All of their locks, by the way, are on sale right now. But this one is 26% off right now. So let's see if we click on this. 20% off. I might need to update that. Is the other one 26? Nope, 20% off. Oh, plus a $16 coupon. So that probably that will probably equal the 26. So that's where that came from. So you got 20% off plus the $16 coupon here on the U200. It's a great lock. Lurk Jerk says U200 is great. U200 is available in Europe. Abode, yes. Abode, I think, is still only US and Canada, if I'm not mistaken, because they do the professional monitoring option. You don't have to buy into that, but I think that is just US and Canada. Thank you for mentioning that. Let's see. All right, back to the list. I keep losing my list here. Let's see, some other things. Man, we could probably spend all day on Aqara stuff. Of course, the sensors. So I got a bunch of these sensors here. Oh, Frederick, I know, hopefully you're still here in the chat as well. Frederick had a question actually about the sensors. So a lot of their sensors are on sale. We got the smart button, the water sensors. I use these all over the place. Big fan of using these. The FP1E motion sensor is on sale. So right now, let's see, that is 20% off. All of their sensors just about are 20 to 30% off. Now, Frederick had a question about the FP1E. That is this guy right here. And the question was, can you add this to any Aqara hub? Frederick asked this over in our Discord server, I think. So I figure I'll address that question now. And yes, the answer is yes. You can add this to any Aqara hub. It's got to be an Aqara 3.0 hub. So if you have, I think you said you have the Aqara M1S Gen 2, you should be able to add this to that just like any Aqara child device. Let's see, let me save some of these questions here. I see you rolling in. Christopher, I have not heard anything about that. I've been getting this question a good bit. They have not released any official timeline or any teasers like that. So I don't know when the PoE camera will be available. I assume it'll probably be sometime in early 2025. But again, haven't heard anything from them on that. Does the Aqara FP1E work with Homey Pro without an Aqara hub? That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I would have to check that out. I don't have Homey Pro up and running right now. If you do, I would just go into, you should be able to go to the integration, the Aqara integration, and see what sensors are supported. I do not know off the top of my head if the Homey Pro supports that sensor without the Aqara hub. But yeah, you should be able to check that in the thing. And I am so sorry. Let me see if I can find that. I just realized that I missed the super chat. I'm so sorry. You're PCMD. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and hit the super chat button. I know I'm late. I appreciate the super chat. $10 says yes. Video podcast for the win, and yes, with the wife, do things as a couple makes it 100% more better. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the feedback, and I don't know, maybe we're gonna have to talk her into it. Y'all are gonna give her a big head because she's always saying, oh, they want to see me, and she might not be wrong. But it could be fun. I think it would be a lot of fun. Maybe it's something we'll get into. Maybe the new year will be time to launch and try something new. Robin asked, do you know when the Homey Pro dashboards are going to be released? They're in beta right now, so you should be able to access it via a beta feature. I don't know the process of doing that off the top of my head, but if you have Homey set up or you have a Homey Pro, just look for that through their, I don't know, maybe through their support or through their website, and you should be able to access that via the beta version. But outside of beta, I'm not sure when that will be released. So many upcoming HomeKit products promise. It's hard to know when to buy. Yeah, I'm a big fan of buying during these Prime events because they're just the best. I don't know, they're the best. It's the best time to get these. And speaking of Aqara stuff, this is another one I'll mention real quick. This is the hub that I'm using. If you've been kind of wanting to get into Aqara, or maybe you already are, you've been thinking about upgrading or kind of future-proofing, this is probably the way to go. This is a really good hub. You can use it as a Zigbee hub for your child accessories, but it also supports Matter, and kind of future-proofing yourself with that. You can add the Aqara thread devices directly to this hub as well if you want to. So just another one to mention there. We talked, a little bit about SwitchBot. This is a really good sensor if you're into like air quality monitoring and stuff like that. They got a couple versions, but this is the Meter Pro. It's fairly new, and these are on sale right now for, bear with my scrolling, I'm sorry, 20% off. And these pair really well with that evaporative humidifier that I was talking about right there. So a lot of stuff on sale right there with SwitchBot. The wallet card, this is, there's an asterisk because it's not a HomeKit product, but the wallet card is really cool. You can, it supports Find My, but you can actually even use this with like your SwitchBot automations and stuff like that. So that's another cool product to check out. Let's see. The Fresler, sorry if I'm saying your username wrong there. The good question here is, if you have the Hub 2, should you get the Hub 3? I'm assuming you're asking about the Aqara. Should you go from the Aqara M2 hub to the M3? And I would recommend watching my video on this, on the Aqara M3. I kind of addressed that a little bit in that video, and in a nutshell, I would say it kind of depends on how you're using your Aqara hub. If you're really just using your Aqara hubs as basically a bridge between your Aqara child accessories and like HomeKit and stuff, you're just using this as a Zigbee hub for your child accessories, there's not a whole lot of reason to upgrade from the M2 to this. Now this does support Matter in the sense that this can be a Matter controller, and you can add some Matter accessories directly to this. That's not really that important if you don't plan to utilize the Aqara app for automations and stuff like that. So it kind of just depends on how you're using this, in my opinion. Now I upgraded from this. I was using the M1S hub, which I really like that hub a lot, but it connects over Wi-Fi. And one of the things that this has is PoE support, power over Ethernet. So I was able to hardwire this in, which just makes it a little bit more reliable, probably a little bit faster and stuff like that for automations. So that was a worthy upgrade in my case. So this is PoE, whereas the others don't. But yeah, from the M2 to this one, maybe not so much. Again, just kind of depending how you're using it. But as strictly a Zigbee hub, there's not a whole lot of reason to upgrade probably. Juan asked, do you need an Aqara M3 to use the U300 smart lock? I have an older hub. That's a good question. So with, I'll grab the box here. So with the U300 right here, this stuff can get a little confusing, I know. So this supports Matter over Thread. Okay, so this is not a Zigbee device like a lot of their other products. And actually, I'll say the same thing here applies with the U200. So the U200, U300 both support Matter over Thread. Now, you do not need an M3 hub to, let me see, where was the, so you do not need the M3 hub to use this in, like, let's say HomeKit, because this will connect directly to HomeKit over Thread. You don't even need to use the Aqara app at all. Now, of course, you will need the Aqara app. Sorry, wrong button. You will need the Aqara app to like program the fingerprints and some of the extra features in there. You will have to use the Aqara app. You can connect this lock to the Aqara app over Bluetooth just to like set up those features. Of course, you have to be at the house to do that. You have to be close by. So even without a M3 hub, you can do all that just to set up the device and everything, and then use it in HomeKit from then on out. And you can control it while you're away through HomeKit and everything, if that's how you want to use it. I hope that makes sense. Alex, real quick, celebrates 23 months of membership. Thank you, Alex, for that continued support. Man, I really do appreciate that. So shout out to the moderators of the channel. Great job, guys. Yes, thank you so much to the moderators, and also to Alex and all of you channel members. You guys are also all awesome. But thanks to Brian, Trent, and Frederick for being moderators and helping out here in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Let's see. What's up, HomeKit Techie? Good to see you here. I hope you're doing okay down there. HomeKit Techie down in Florida. And yeah, it's tough time down there in Florida right now. Let's see. So hopefully I answered some of those questions. Let's see. Some other things on my list. Let's go back here. What do we have? Oh, I do want to share these. A lot of great smart lighting products. But Nanoleaf, man, I like to highlight these because most of Nanoleaf stuff is on sale for one. So some really good discounts. But Nanoleaf stuff is very expensive usually, but really awesome. So like I have a lot of those, are all Nanoleaf lights. I've got a bunch over here. I actually have some more. I've got these, and I've got these, the black. So these are the black shapes. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, or maybe you've seen some of my other videos where you can see like I've got this whole layout over here in this area with a bunch of lines and shapes. I'm going to be extending that soon with some of these, so follow me on Instagram. I'll probably share that over there once I get that set up. But these are all on sale right now. The shapes, the lines, they're all on sale. Like anywhere from 20 to like 40% off. A lot of the kits, these are all here on the list. Their outdoor string lights are on sale. I did a video on those. Light strips. Yeah, it's a good time to jump in on these, I feel like, because these are one of those products that is like cool to have, because I mean they look awesome, but obviously it's not an essential because they just look cool. But they're so expensive, but you can save a little bit of money right now on those. Oh, good to hear. HomeKit Techie just finished prepping for the hurricane tires, as well as happy to relax for a minute. Good, man. I hope you guys weather the storm okay down there and aren't affected too badly. Josh says, I read that Nanoleaf is going to leave the Thread protocol. Do you know anything about it? And if they do, will this affect their product? So we talked about this a little bit last week, I think it was. The last I heard officially from their CEO, he was talking about it, and I don't know, maybe I missed something, and they do plan to leave it completely. Their last few products to release have all supported Wi-Fi, which does, I mean, I can see why people may assume that they're leaving Thread, and maybe they are. I don't know. He didn't say they were, but now they are actually offering, I've got a set of the light strip right here. So before their essentials lines, which is like the smart bulb, the light strip and stuff, those were all Matter over Thread, and these new ones are now Matter over Wi-Fi. I'm trying to see where it says Wi-Fi. It doesn't say Wi-Fi on here, but this is a Wi-Fi one. I'm trying to see where it says. Am I missing it? Yeah, control over Wi-Fi and not Thread. So maybe they are. Even I think let's go to, I just mentioned it, the outdoor string lights. I think this is an essentials line of, yeah, that's an essentials too. And these are definitely Wi-Fi. So I did a whole video on these. See, that says essentials right there. So yeah, their essentials products are now connecting over Wi-Fi. Now, to answer your question, will that affect their products? It should not affect the products. That's one of the great things about HomeKit. It is once you get it into HomeKit, it should continue to work regardless of what happens on the manufacturer's end. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. But yeah, at the time, they're still continuing to offer both the Thread versions and the Wi-Fi versions of some of their essential products, the ones that have Thread anyway. So I hope that kind of helps. Again, don't know 100% sure, but that's kind of where they're going. All right, and let's see. So those were that, and let's see any other big ones I want to talk about today. So those are kind of the ones that I don't know that I'm really into, but there's just so much good stuff here on this list. Philips Hue, I got a lot of the Roborock stuff. Smart Wings, that's another one worth pointing out. It's only 8% off, but this is for their matte over thread shades, and this is not on Amazon, so just, you know, they don't sell on Amazon, but that's why that's on here. But 8% off everything, so that could add up if you have a big order. But I really like these smart shades. SwitchBot, Tailwind, there's a discount for that. That's my garage door opener of choice, and this is not a Prime Day thing, but this, I just put this on here because I do have a discount code where you can save money on that. Let's see, twinkly lights. Oh, another big one. Oh, yeah, this is the lock that I'm currently using. So I did a video on this. I'm using a few smart locks right now, but this is 20% off. I'm using this one on my back door. So there's a video on that if interested. And I did want to mention one other thing. I skipped it. Govee. The Govee tower fan. This supports Matter, and this is currently 33% off. So really cool to get a nice tower fan like this into HomeKit through Matter. And just a lot of their lighting products, which are so awesome. Pretty affordable anyways, but some of these are really marked down. I mean, you look at this thing right here. So this is the one, I did a video on this, and I put this in the bedroom. This was the one light strip. This is one smart light product that my wife really liked. I think it's the only one that she ever really gave me a reaction to after I'd installed it. And I mean, look at this thing, 40% off right now. This is for, wait, that's not actually the one, is it? That's for the wall lining, I'm sorry. This one right here. This is the one that I hung in the bedroom, 40% off. And this is for, yeah, this is for the long one also. So really cool light. That's the one that I'm currently using with the RE button, which, yeah, right here. So I'm using one of these to control that Matter light strip right there in the bedroom. And like I said, the wife really loves that one. So that's another good one. Hopefully that gives you some ideas. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any specific questions about any of these products that might be on sale. Let's go ahead and answer some questions while we're at it. We got maybe 10 or so minutes. Let's see. All right, Larry, what's up? Larry says, have you ever thought about using Restream to broadcast live to multiple places like YouTube as well as X and other streaming platforms? I have thought about it. In fact, I think the streaming software that I'm currently using does support this type of thing. I haven't set it up yet, but maybe it's something that I will consider doing. Yeah, curious if you guys, do you guys watch live streams in any other places outside of YouTube? Curious to hear your thoughts on that. Oh, nice. HomeKit Teggy says, my daughter was with me when I was watching your video on the neon rope light, and she now has one in her room. That's awesome. Yeah, that's, yeah, my daughter, same thing. She saw that and she was like, oh, I want one of those. So that's awesome. Lark Jerk says, everybody is talking about the S3 Pro by Eufy, but have they forgotten about the privacy problems from a while ago? It would appear so. It would appear so. Yeah, they have done some... They've done some things to, I guess, address that, but it wasn't for me, I haven't forgotten, by the way, but I think for me, the issue for me wasn't so much the privacy issue in the first place that they had. It was really more the way they handled it afterwards. So things like this happen, unfortunately, but the way they addressed it was not the best, I don't think. But they've fixed that, and hopefully all that's good now. But yeah, they did have some issues with privacy, some questions a while back. And it seems like, you know, I guess it just depends on if you want to hold that against them or not. Like I said, these things come up with a lot of products, unfortunately, but I prefer companies that really handle it well. I think they could have handled it better. That's just my 2 cents. Shahif Levi, sorry if I mispronounced your name, says, follow-up question, do you plan on being active on other social media sites except for Instagram, for example, Threads or Mastodon? Threads can also federate to Mastodon, though. I do the best I can. So I'm on X, but I don't do a whole lot over there. I have a Threads account. I also don't do a whole lot over there. It's kind of like what I can manage right now. I enjoy using Instagram, which is why I'm over there the most. I also have a TikTok account, so I do post on TikTok pretty regularly. To answer your question, I'll try to do the best I can. I would like to probably use X a little bit more. I don't really have any plans on doing Mastodon, and maybe I can do more on Threads also. But yeah, it's kind of tough. There's just so many, you know. I kind of prefer to stick with a couple of them that I know that I can do well and actually be active on, which is why I, you know, kind of favor Instagram and YouTube right now. Just a little bit on X. I could probably do better over there, but yeah, I don't know. Follow me on Threads. Maybe I'll start posting more over there. We'll see. I'll try to do better. How about that? I'll make that effort for you for you guys. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure Apple would have to verify the Eufy privacy issues were resolved before certifying to HomeKit. Yeah, maybe. Good point. Brian says, has got to join Eric Wieslander over on Threads more. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I guess because of the link to Instagram, I got like a number of followers over there, but I've posted like, what, 3 times or something on Threads. I don't know. I'll do better. I'll try harder to do better. I'm also like never on Facebook. I don't do very well on Facebook either. I don't know. It's only so much time in the day, you know. It gets tough, sort of. HomeKit lady question: the Apple TV screen freezes on one picture before changing to the other. Any ideas why? I'm not really sure what this is referring to, so sorry, I'm not really sure about that one. Jana asks, can someone please recommend a transformer for the Logitech Circle View Bell, ideally with links? Thanks. I don't know if anybody else has some suggestions here. Anybody from Australia that might want to help out on that? Do you think Apple will eventually add a fingerprint to the Home app? Edgar, I highly, highly doubt it. Just Edgar's referring to like the smart locks and stuff, where you could, you know, access, like right now you can set up PIN codes and stuff for guests. I don't know. I mean, maybe I just highly doubt they'll ever add fingerprints, or if they do, it'll probably be like 10 years from now or something. So I'd be pretty surprised to see that. I mean, I could be wrong. Yeah, you know, Apple Home app still doesn't even support the latest. We're still like a year behind on the latest Matter spec, so I don't know. I'd be surprised to see the fingerprint. I think you're going to have to continue using the manufacturer's app for quite a while in order to set those up. Let me jump into the chat real quick with you guys, see where you're at. I would think you use the social media you're comfortable with. Can't do them all. If you build it, they will come. That's right. Yeah, I would like to do more. I don't want to rely or kind of like use just one. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's why Instagram is kind of fun for me. So that's why I use that one. You know, we got best to make it fun, right? Whatever you enjoy. I missed the original question, but Brian says, yeah, I think right now the only Matter products that support adaptive lighting over Matter is Nanoleaf. Those are the only ones that I've noticed. Jeff has a question. Is anyone here using DeepStack for facial recognition on cameras and automations? I'm thinking about adding it to my Home Assistant configuration. I am not, Jeff, personally, but I don't know if anybody else maybe wants to tune in. Let's see. Other questions here. Robert asks, how long does it typically take to unlock your Aqara lock via Siri? Oh, sorry if I just triggered your speaker there. My U100 takes forever, and you know who complains about it, although it does eventually still unlock. So the U100 and even the U50 smart lock can take a while when controlling it through the voice assistant or through HomeKit, even in like the home app. It might even be a little slower with the voice assistant. And the main reason I think is because that lock connects in HomeKit through Bluetooth. So if you're trying to unlock it quickly using a voice assistant or something, or even the home app, it could be a little delayed, and it's just a downside of a Bluetooth connection. The lock does actually connect. It can connect over Zigbee, but that like with an Aqara hub, but that connection only happens if you're using the hub like in the Aqara app or whatever. I don't think. I'm not sure. I wonder if you're using it with Matter, if it would connect over Zigbee through the hub. That would be interesting. But I don't know. We're kind of going deep in the weeds there. Most likely, it's because it's using Bluetooth and HomeKit, which can be a little slow. So that's probably normal. How's your Inovelli switch? Are they working well and better than Lutron? Well, I don't think it's probably possible to work better than Lutron. Lutron is, it's kind of like the gold standard. I've never had any issues with Lutron, so better than Lutron doesn't really exist. As good as Lutron, maybe. I have not had any issues with mine. I've heard one or two people, I think somebody in our Discord server was saying that they were having some connection issues with their Inovelli. Personally, I haven't had any connection issues with mine. I'm still just using one in my house, so I don't have them everywhere like I have Lutron. But the one that I am using, I'm using it in smart bulb mode, actually in here to control my Nanoleaf ceiling lights, which are also on sale. All these are on sale right now. But I haven't had any connection issues with the Switch personally. So I do want to install another one somewhere. I just haven't decided where to install it. But yeah, you can't beat Lutron still, I don't think. But I think probably a little bit more testing and time is required to determine if they will be as reliable as Lutron kind of in the long run, and especially on that larger scale when you're kind of using them throughout your house everywhere, So time will kind of tell for that, I think. And Arton, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, says best HomeKit thread lock for a deadbolt. Okay, let's see. Thread lock for a deadbolt. I'm gonna go with two options right now. So one of which is going to be the Aqara U200. So this is their retrofit lock. This one will turn your existing deadbolt smart, so you only install the inside part of this. It is a retrofit option, so you don't have to even change the outside part of your lock. That may or may not be a good thing depending on what you're looking for. But this is Matter over Thread, and it supports Apple HomeKey. So it's super fast, very reliable. Really, really like this lock. The other one I would mention, the only one I can really think of that supports thread would be the Schlage Encode Plus, which was, I think, the first Apple HomeKey lock that ever came out. That does actually connect over thread as well. That's another good option to look at. It's probably going to be a little bit more expensive than the U200, and we know the U200 is actually on sale right now for, let's see, what is that? Is it 20% off for that one? It might even be more. 26, or no, I think we did determine that was 20% off. No, yeah, because there's an extra coupon. That's right. Or maybe it's just the black one. Yeah, okay, so the black one has an extra coupon. So yeah, like up to 26% off on this one right now. So those are the two that I would probably mention for thread support and HomeKit. And they both support HomeKey, which is really nice. Sad that the U200 doesn't look like the U100. Yeah, I mean, the U100 is also a really good lock, but it just doesn't support thread. So, you know. I see. Thank you, Frederick, for answering the question there. What's the lights under your TV? Thank you, Frederick. Frederick answered already. But yeah, to reiterate, those are the Yeelight squares. Yeah, actually called Yeelight cubes. Frederick was close. That's why I said squares. Yeelight cubes, actually. And those are on sale too. Let's check the list. I know I added those on here after my video went live. They're down at the bottom somewhere. Yeelight cubes, 25% off on those. And yeah, like Frederick said, there's a full video on these. But this one, like you can get this right here, which comes with the controller. This is the base. And that is 25% off, so that's not a bad price. And then if you want to get the extension, so you only need one with the controller, like this, that little round dot right there. And then if you want to get extensions to extend them out, these are also 25% off. You can see, and they sell these different types. So back there on mine, I have a few of these panels and then a couple of the dot ones on the end. I don't know if you can really see that from here, but they also sell these spotlights, which can look really cool. And you can mix and match them. Again, there is a whole video on my channel that talks about these. And really cool little product. I actually have some under my desk too. You can configure the dot matrix ones to show a clock and everything. And all these support Matter, so you can connect them into HomeKit and all that kind of stuff. Home Assistant, all that. Really cool. Jeff, I don't have an update, man. I don't have an update, but I have not forgot about you. I definitely want to do something really soon. I've been just working like crazy on this Prime Day stuff and this list here, getting this together, but I really do hope to have something very soon. I would love to have something done by the end of November, so that's what I'm going to shoot for. I'm saying it here to you so you can hold me accountable. Hopefully by the end of November we'll have some new merch. We'll come out with some shirts at least. Definitely something on my list that I want to do. It's just been trying to find the time to get some good, cool designs done. I'd love to create some designs myself, at least. And, you know, I used to do graphic design work and stuff like that. So that's kind of one of those things I'm like, I got to do it, but I got to do it right. You know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully soon. With that said, thank you guys all for hanging out. Don't forget to, you know, if you're still shopping on Prime Day, please do use my list or my links. That's all down below or in the pinned chat over here. That's just, it's a good way to help support this channel, and I really do appreciate that. And, you know, we've got new videos coming out every week. We've got live streams every Wednesday. I'm thinking about some other stuff to do as well. Like we mentioned here, I am on Instagram all the time. Hopefully I'll be posting to some other platforms a little bit more in the near future. But anyways, right now, YouTube, Instagram, all the time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending this time with me. It's always fun to talk about smart home stuff. As a channel member, join me over there in Discord. I'm in there every day as well, so that's a great place to reach out. Yes, I do have some videos I am very excited about. I'm working on some Home Assistant stuff that's going to come out hopefully within a few weeks. But definitely a few videos that I'm kind of excited to do. Some stuff a little bit different, you know, other than your typical, you know, product reviews and stuff. Those are fun to explore new products, but I've got some other things in mind we're going to do here in the near future as well. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and everybody down there in Florida and anywhere along the coast or in the Southeast, you guys stay safe. I appreciate you guys, thinking about you, and God bless.